Hey everyone, welcome to episode 9 of Scared Shitless, where me watches a scary video and see if it scares the shit out of me. So want to do a couple things here, just a little bit of housekeeping. We have decided that instead of doing 5 episodes a week of this, which I come to find out through scheduling and just time constraints is a daunting task. That and a lot of the videos that I'm coming across, I've already seen before because I love watching scary videos. I've seen most of Nuke's library already, and I've seen most of Slap Cam's library already. So I'm looking for other content providers that are doing videos that'll maybe make me jump. And I'm striking out so far. So with that, we are going to do this every Friday around midnight and just go from there week by week. It'll be easier that way. And also, as a side note, when it does return, the Hotel Nerd podcast will still be in existence, but it will not be called the Hotel Nerd podcast anymore. It'll be called The Lobby. So, trying to make it a little bit more hotel themed to keep with that's all, folks. Can't talk. To save my goddamn life right now. Let's try this again. Take 2. Trying to keep with the theme of anything to do with like a hotel. Keep with the name that I've built up with the brand so far. So with that, that's all the housekeeping that I have for tonight. Oh, one other thing. I did start a newsletter, and I don't have the link for it right now, but I can get it real quick if I remember where I put it. Yes, here we go. Come on. Load up the page. And I will do this real quick. Add banner. That's the link to the newsletter for February. I'm going to be doing these once a month, preferably at the start of every month. So that way you know what's being released, when it's being released, and any special guests that are scheduled to be coming on any content. So, check that out. Get this down, write this down, and while you're listening to me get the shit scared out of me, peek over there and take a look at the newsletter for February. Give me your opinions on whether you like how I have it set up or if I should tweak a little bit. So that way I know for March, because I'm already starting March's newsletter. I just discovered this last night, so we'll see how this goes. See if this helps get people more involved in the content. All right. Well, with all that housekeeping out of the way, let's get this show on the road and see if I get the shit scared out of me. So, again, Nuke's Top 5 scary ghost videos that'll make you punch your screen. Well, I hope not, because I kind of need my screen to be able to do shit that I do. So, we'll see. Let's get this on the road.
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera. Ghosts of Carmel, Maine.
Again?
I featured the YouTube channel Ghosts of Carmel, Maine many times on Nuke's Top 5, so
yes,
I won't go through a full recap. But put simply, Kent Burris says that he lives in a very haunted house and has recorded many strange supernatural encounters
I've not
in
seen
his
that
home.
one before. That's creepy.
To deal with while living in this house. And one of the most frightening encounters are, in fact, apparitions.
Mm-hmm.
Son of a... oh my! Do something. Oh my! One night, while sleeping, there was a loud bang in the bedroom that woke me up.
What's with your lighting, dude? I mean, I know my lighting ain't great, but damn.
Faint voices. So I picked up my cell phone camera and started recording.
One night, Kent hears voices coming from downstairs and records as he heads down to investigate. He is not prepared for what he finds waiting in the dark first floor TV room.
What was that in the doorway?
Hyundai complimentary maintenance.
And what's with the fucking ads?
Hyundai for up to 3
Again.
years. That's better than Toyota.
Son of a... What the hell are you? Honey?
As Kent walks into the pitch black room, the TV has somehow turned itself on. Now, this might explain the voices, but as he pans his camera around the room, a dark shape suddenly appears right in front of the television screen. The shadow figure seems to collapse into itself as it disappears right in front of his eyes.
Ooh.
What the hell are you? I did not go back to sleep that night.
So did Kent capture yet another shadow apparition in his haunted house? You decide. You can watch this full documentary over on the YouTube channel, Ghosts of Carmel, Maine. Checking out early.
I might do
Iraqi
something on
fitness
his
trainer
channel.
Mustafa from the YouTube channel Mustafa Altai says that he heard a strange story about a family who had fled their home in Iraq many years ago because a sinister jinn began haunting their home. The house has been left abandoned for over 60 years, as the family says they couldn't find anyone willing to rent or buy the cursed property. Mustafa goes to investigate the house with his friend Salar to see if the spooky stories are true, and it did not go well. As the two explorers are about to enter the house, they have no idea that something seems to be watching them.
I didn't see it.
حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل.
Okay, I do notice a difference.
Now, it's certainly a bit hard to see, but when the video is slowed down and enhanced, a very strange figure can be seen standing at the window. Now, it's unclear exactly what this bizarre shape could be, but when Mustafa's camera pans back, the dark figure has disappeared. After the two explorers enter the house, things only get weirder. The two friends hear strange sounds coming from the staircase. They go to investigate, and this happens.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله.
Lots of dust. Which, I mean, abandoned house, I guess it makes sense.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله. اقرأ آيات. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله.
Okay, that could easily be somebody upstairs that threw that.
بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء. بسم الله.
There's an escape route.
لا هسه يقوم احد بس تعالوا تعالوا بدي اعطيك تعالوا هسه يقوم احد والله يقوم صديق سوا بس تعال على فوق سلام سلام بس تعال بدي اعطيك يا اخي حلفتك سلام حلفتك بدي اعطيك.
An empty paint bucket is thrown from somewhere above them, barely missing the two explorers. Mustafa runs upstairs to see where it came from, but his friend Salar heads for the exit. Eventually, Mustafa convinces Salar to come back, but after hearing more scary, unexplained sounds, they both decide to leave. Mustafa uploads his video to YouTube, and many of his viewers want to see more. In the video comments, his fans dare him to go back and actually spend the night in the haunted house.
Oh, God.
So, Mustafa agrees. He returns to the house, determined to stay the night. This time, all alone. Mustafa sets up a few static cameras in one of the rooms and attempts to settle in for the night. But before long, Mustafa's night takes a terrifying turn.
Yeah, with commercials.
Red Robin burgers at home or at our place.
Terrifying commercials. I'm watching the doorways. Which one? I'm waiting for something to happen to the doorway, and I shouldn't be taking a drink right now because I know it's going to happen. That sounds like a dog. Which door? Whatever that was loud.
Strange moans and loud bangs keep Mustafa on the edge and unable to rest. But little does he know, things are about to get even creepier.
Camera just autofocus. Something moved up on the fire sill, I believe. Yeah, something. I thought so.
A heavy piece of stone sitting on top of the fireplace seems to move on its own. Then, as if propelled by an invisible force, it violently crashes to the ground, nearly landing on Mustafa's head. Understandably, Mustafa is now freaked out. He's only been inside the house a little over an hour, but he decides to put an early end to his overnight investigation. But now here's where things get really creepy. Because the most terrifying part of Mustafa's stay inside the house isn't even what he saw or heard with his own eyes and ears. You see, his static cameras caught video of something strange that he wasn't even aware of. Something downright chilling. Did you see it?
No.
As Mustafa is repositioning his static camera, a dark figure appears behind him on the staircase. It slowly moves down the stairs without making a sound, and then disappears out of sight. But this isn't the only time Mustafa captured this creepy figure during his nighttime stay.
This one's the perfect gift for the friend who's been getting a little too comfortable during quarantine, Manscaped, and their new
Oh,
Again, a dark, very bizarre figure quickly appears behind Mustafa, not once, but twice. Could it be that he captured the jinn that haunts the home on camera?
interesting.
Whatever it is, it seems to change shape, size, and even transparency. So just what is this? Let me know what you think. You can check out Mustafa's full
don't
two-part
know.
video investigation of the house over on his YouTube channel, Mustafa Altai. If you see a video that you think would be perfect for the top 5, or if you have a ghost hunting channel and you caught something great, contact me at nukestop5@gmail.com. The Haunted Ancient
Can't
Ram
explain that
Inn.
one.
With a past as dark as the Ancient Ram Inn, it's not surprising that it is said to be the most haunted building in all of England. The mysterious inn was built way back in the year
I might have seen
1145
this one.
on
That's
top of
what I
a
think
pagan
it is.
burial ground, and it served as the home to slaves, masons, and workers. In the 1500s, a woman hid out in the building before she was captured and burned as a witch. Years later, the innkeeper's daughter is said to have hung herself in the attic. And as if all that wasn't creepy enough, the decaying remains of sacrificed children were found buried under the inn's floor. The ancient Ram Inn is said to be so violently haunted that when the building was sold to John Humphreys in 1968, his wife and daughters absolutely refused to live there. They moved out, leaving John Humphreys all alone to live in the house. So, British paranormal investigators Sean Kenna, Sean Owen, and Carl Hassel from the YouTube channel Dark Territory traveled to the haunted inn to investigate the multiple claims of paranormal activity. During their investigation, they hear bizarre, unexplained sounds, and Sean feels something touching his leg.
Already, as soon as we were about to begin filming the investigation, something draws our attention upstairs.
Sounded like you rolled a barrel, or did you work at the inn?
Dude, upstairs.
Go. Yeah, I just heard what sounded like movement up here. Is this where you are? Are you the witch? They call this room the witch's room, so we only assume that you, the witch, you're felt in here.
Did anyone hear the voice a second ago before you said you're felt in here?
No. Witch, you're felt in here. Witch, you're felt in here.
Nah, that's
I don't know if it's a voice or it was like a
amped up. I heard it.
like a cat.
Yeah.
No warnings whatsoever.
Did you used to sleep in this bed, witch?
So this is
Fell something on my leg, man. Someone was on my leg.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Touched my leg.
Later, Sean Kenna and Sean Owen are exploring on the second floor. Things get even stranger.
What little room are you hiding in? Come on, show yourself. I'm sure you're not afraid of me and Owen.
Opening.
Guys, the door's just open.
A door to the attic opens on its own and the team can't find any explanation for the strange occurrence. There was no draft, and the team had been walking back and forth past the door many times without it making any movement whatsoever. Now, since it has always been said that dark spirits and entities supposedly, quote, feed off fear, the team decides to do an experiment to see if the emotion of fear will trigger even more paranormal activity. So they tie up and blindfold team member Carl and put him in one of the beds in the bishop's room. This room is said to be the most supernaturally active. At first, nothing really happens, and as time passes, Carl seems to grow more and more impatient. But then, things take a terrifying turn.
Someone's touched my leg. Someone's touching my leg, bro.
Something's out there.
Are you around me now? You make a sound. What the was that, bro?
What, man?
Something's just fallen off here.
Who's that? Touch me, man! What the
Something's wrong with Carl. He's obviously.
Holy shit, man.
We need to.
You get me the out of here now, Joe. Bro, I just seriously, someone just whacked me, no joke. I heard something being thrown or something, and I was like, come on, and then someone just whacked me, no joke, as if someone just punched me in the chest. Me.
Carl begins to freak out as he feels something touching his leg. A candle then falls onto the floor, but scariest of all, something unseen slaps Carl on the chest. The violent smack is actually loud enough that the audio can be heard on camera. And with that, Carl is done. In abject terror, he frantically struggles his way out of the rope binding his legs and wrists. So did the paranormal investigators capture proof of the sinister ghosts that haunt the ancient Ram Inn? Let me know what you think. You can watch this full
I'd be
video and
peacing
many
out of
more
there, too.
investigations of haunted English locations over on the YouTube channel, Dark Territory. The House of the Burned Man. Popular Mexican paranormal investigator Alberto del Arco travels to a mansion in Manzanillo, Mexico. The massive hillside estate has been mysteriously abandoned for over 35 years, and it looks more like a hotel than a home. It features a pool, a spa area, and an amazing view of the ocean. So no one really knows why such a luxurious home would be abandoned for over 3 decades. However, urban legend says that one of the home's previous tenants perished in a mysterious fire inside the house. Because of this, locals refer to the estate as the, quote, House of the Burned Man. The entire property is said to be extremely haunted. Once Alberto and his 2 cameramen make their way inside, they find the home's design a bit confusing.
Todavía no le encuentro la forma a esta casa. Aquí está cerrado.
Maybe
Aquí
that's
ya no-
why he died in the fire, because he got lost in his own house.
No, todavía existen. Atrás, güey, atrás. ¿No fue un animal? ¿Algún ave? Ok, pero eso vino de este lado. ¿Se oyó claro? Madres. ¿Fuiste tú ahorita que pisaste? ¿O no? ¿Sí? Se oyó muy hueco, cuidado, sí, retumbó todo. No se nos vaya a caer encima parte de esta propiedad, porque sí se ve que está muy dañada. Mira, ven. Ven a ver esto.
¿Estás bien?
Sí. Casi me estrella en la cara, güey, ¿lo viste?
Sí.
Su madre.
While exploring the strangely constructed mansion, the team hears what sounds like a child's voice, followed by the sound of a breath. Even though the unexplained sounds are barely picked up by their microphones, the 3 explorers all seem to hear it very clearly. Next, Alberto has a frightening close encounter with a bat.
Yeah, okay.
And after that, the team just decides to continue their investigation outside as they check out the other buildings on the sprawling estate.
Hola. No sé, güey, como que arrastraron algo. Buenas noches. No creo que haya indigentes viviendo aquí, la verdad. Uy, está enorme este lugar. Atrás, aquí. Eso fue aquí. Con cuidado. Puede haber animales,
Alberto and his team hear strange sounds coming from inside some of the buildings. It sounds almost like something heavy being dragged across the floor. Since the hillside the mansion sits on is almost impossible to access, Alberto thinks it would be unlikely that any homeless people could be living there. Instead, he believes that all of the sounds that he is hearing could simply be made by animals. But even though Alberto is very skeptical, what happens next is not so easy to explain.
Yeah, the dreaded ads.
The new Hyundai Sonata with remote smart parking assist. You won't find that on Accord,
It looks like it was a beautiful house at one point.
¿Qué pasó, güey? ¿Qué pasó? Ay, güey, ya a mí se me hizo ver a alguien acá.
Was there something
¿Allá
in that
dónde?
door?
¿Dónde? ¿No habrá sido una sombra? ¿No habrá sido algún árbol? ¿Alguna rama? ¿Lo habrá trabado o no? ¿Sí? Ok, habrá que revisar ese material.
Alberto's cameraman captures what appears to be a white translucent figure on camera. A little later into their investigation, and they capture something again.
Ya hay más escaleras que van hacia abajo,
That was bad.
Cuidado. Mucho murciélago. ¿Todo bien? ¿Qué hay allá? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Todo bien? Ay, qué bonito. ¿Dónde? Oh, hijo de tu... ¿Dónde, güey? ¿No son los murciélagos? Huele muy malo. Huele muy malo.
Bats come flying out towards the cameraman, but it's not a bat that spooks him. A bizarrely shaped shadow seems to be staring back at him from just inside one of the rooms. They go to check it out, but there's nothing there. The figure has vanished. leaving nothing behind but a very foul stench. Before long, the echoing sound of a raging party being celebrated somewhere nearby starts to make it impossible for them to capture clear, uninterrupted audio. Alberto and his team have no choice but to wrap up their investigation. However, right before they leave, they capture something truly chilling.
Ok. Con cuidado. Ok, ¿les parece si bajamos? Digo, aquí no hay más que una pequeña explanada. No está tan espectacular como la de arriba, quizá.
Oh,
Pero
that's
se me hace
got
curioso
goosebumps
que
going on, mate.
este piso, ¿no?
At the time they recorded this, the team says that they were completely unaware that someone or something seemed to be watching them from the tree line. They catch an unexplained figure on camera, just barely visible in the dark.
He's got a face, too.
Did Alberto Del Arco and his two cameramen capture evidence of paranormal activity at the mansion? Is it possible that the ghost of the burned man, who the house is named after, was watching them? Let me know what you think. You can watch this full video over on the YouTube channel, Alberto Del Arco. Just passing through. Paranormal investigators Beyond the Realm Paranormal investigate the Alton Railway Station in Staffordshire, England. The old train station was built in 1849 and it was eventually closed down in 1965. So, after over 100 years of travelers and workers passing through the station, it is now believed to be extremely haunted by the ghosts of deceased passengers and railway workers. The 5 investigators set up motion detectors on the platform close to what used to be the railway track. They start recording, and what they capture is truly bizarre.
Yeah, more ads.
So that's just Nick setting off the motion detector. It only goes off when something walks in front of it. There you go. Straight after it's followed you.
Let me do it one more time for you. I want you to follow me exactly where I come from. Hilton Bridge Hotel.
Cool.
Remember?
What did he do there? No!
When lead investigator Nick walks back and forth, setting off the motion detector, something seems to follow him. Then suddenly, a super fast-moving white mist seems to pass right through him, knocking him a step back.
What did he do there? No!
What's especially creepy is that Nick seems to both see and react to the mist as it passes right through his body. So did they capture real evidence of the paranormal? Could it be the ghost of a wary traveler still running to catch a long-departed train? You decide. Check out this full video and more paranormal investigations over on their Facebook and YouTube channel, Beyond the Realm Paranormal. Thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and also maybe check out my other videos. I'll see you next week.
All right. That was an okay one. That was an okay video. I didn't quite jump, but a couple things caught my attention. So yeah, I mean, I'll try to find scarier ones to get better reactions out of me. But I think I'm starting to get so adjusted to these videos that they really don't grab a hold of me like they used to, unfortunately. But yeah, as always, as of recent, I'm sure you've seen this little icon up here in the upper right corner of your video. Powered by Poddex. That is our sponsor. And as I'm sure you've noticed already throughout the video, is that I have put the link below with the redemption code to use for you to purchase any physical merchandise from Poddex, and to use that code to get 10% off any physical merchandise that you purchase. That is a very simple way to help help us here at the channel, so that way I can try to entice people to come on, maybe entice a few more sponsors to jump on board, and just basically get some funds going to where I can buy better equipment, especially when I do eventually move, because hopefully sooner than later I will be moving in with my girlfriend. So anything that you can do to help us out would be great. So, and also I am looking for co-host, so we could start bringing the ground floor on fairly regular basis. So if you're interested, hit me up on Twitter at hotel_nerd86. And you can find me on Hotel Nerds Facebook page and group. And just send me a message. Let me know you're interested in doing some co-hosting. Hell, we might even make it a show just for you, and you can host it. So, again, thank you very much, and I will catch you next week. And right as I'm getting ready to sign off, I do not know who Funky Boys is, but I will not be putting that comment up on the screen because that's inappropriate. Funky Boys, I do not recognize that name. Who are you? Because apparently you know me. Eric. There's only one Eric that I can think of off the top of my head, and ain't no friend of mine. No, I don't. I'm sorry, Funky. I don't remember you. I apologize. I've been doing well. Catching me at the end of my video here. Now what's the smack? Yeah, I'm not sure who that is. Hey, congrats there, Funky. I'm in a very good relationship myself now. She's very, very nice. Thank you very much. And I also, let me see if I can swing this around, show my new background off a little bit. There's my Hogwarts one. And then up above, I have the movie poster from, I believe that was Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Yeah, this one here's My Hero Academia. Hogwarts, that's Harry Potter. Wow, this video is going off the rails. It's supposed to be a scary video, and here we are talking about my posters. How have you never heard of Harry Potter? By the way, it's not how you spell Harry Potter. It's spelled like the name Harry. Not as in like Harry, as in Harry, like actual the name proper. I don't have anything else here in the background right now. I mean, other than my dream catcher right here. No, it's just something that I've always had. No real significant as to why. Just do. Starting to fall apart, honestly. Yeah, see, it's starting to fall apart. It's so old. It's all frayed. This is my shirt that I made last year. Well, hit me up on Twitter if you have Twitter. I'm going to be making shirts for 2021. I need to talk with my girlfriend's sister. She's actually going to be the one to do them for me. It's right here in the bottom left corner at hotel_nerd86. That's my official Twitter handle for Hotel Nerd. And it's actually I use it both for official business and for my excuse me, and for my personal. I kind of blend it both together. It's just easier that way. Long time listener, first time chatter. Very cool. I will give props for that one. But yeah, I mean, if people want me to start doing merch, I will definitely start producing merch and start selling it. And like I said before, as I was getting ready to sign off here, the link that I have scrolling across the bottom of the screen, this is the link for my sponsor, Poddex. And if you use the code NERD21, you'll get a percentage off, which is 10%. And that'll give some revenue back to me to put towards the channel to get better equipment. Me and my girlfriend have been dating. It'll be 7 months next month. You should be able to find me. Oh, there you go. Yeah, not Motel Nerd. No, Hotel Nerd. Granted, I do have a second persona, but I don't have a Twitter account for it called Motel Geek. Don't think I've seen Super 8 yet, but it's definitely on my list to watch. No, not Hotel Geek, Motel Geek. Motel. It was a little backstory behind Hotel Nerd and Motel Geek. It actually started, I just happened to come up with the moniker of Hotel Nerd watching SEN Live. And and I just kind of went with the name because I work at a hotel and I'm a nerd, so I just ran with what I felt was right, and the name caught on and it became known. And there for a while I was one of their bigger donators, so I was getting my name out there and catching a following, and then it segued into this. I firmly give Christian from SEN Live a bunch of props for being an influence for me to be doing this now. So, and then I came up with the second moniker of Motel Geek to kind of counterbalance Hotel Nerd, and occasionally I would have arguments with myself on their programs just to try to mess with people a little bit. So peeling back the curtain a little bit, that's how those two names started, and Hotel Nerd's the one that really caught on, and so that's how I'm doing this now. And do you know every hotel? No, I don't. Like I said, the name came from I'm a nerd because, you know, obviously, and I work at a hotel. So that's how the name came about. Anything else you guys want to talk about before I get ready to sign off, or are we good? And by the way, guys, if you're still on here, okay, Funky's still here. Look for me on Facebook too. Look up Hotel Nerd. You'll find Hotel Nerd Network, which is the Facebook page, the official Facebook page for these videos. And Hotel Nerd, the group, is how all of this started. This all started with a Facebook group. And now it's morphed into what we have now. Can I tell a funny story? Don't really have one. Oh, yeah, I guess I could tell one that happened tonight. I was because I'm just home from work. Had to brew some coffee and was bringing it out, and the front desk clerk, who happens to be my manager on duty on second shift, she was having a really odd night in general. Like, she just was tired. Well, she came back to the kitchen area to get something for a guest, and I was coming out, and I saw the door handle pull down, so I figured she was coming back. So I backed up, grabbed a cart, and started pulling it forward. Figured that she's going to let me come out because she knows that I'm back here. And needless to say, she's like 5'0", and I'm 6'1", so she's very, very short compared to me. And it was in a dark room, and I scared the shit out of her. So yeah, she got a nice little jolt from that, with me unintentionally scaring her. So that's about the funniest thing that's happened to me lately. What do I think of the next Justice League movie? I think this is going to be the Justice League that we were supposed to see before Whedon went and done fucked it up. That's what I think about that. I think Whedon royally screwed the pooch with his clusterfuck of a Justice League ending of a movie. That, and don't even get me started on Mustache Gate. Anything else you guys want to hit? I know I'm going to be doing trailer reactions here soon. I should have, honestly, for the love of me, I didn't think of this until I came up with the idea to do trailer reactions. And I got to think of a name for that one too. But for the love of me, I should have done a trailer reaction to Mortal Kombat. I really should have, because that movie looks badass. Like, I am so ready for that Mortal Kombat movie. I think it's in April that we get it. So, Mortal Kombat, and I should have waited and done one for the Justice League trailer as well, because that Justice League trailer is pretty nice, especially when you see Granny Goodness in the trailer. That was a nice touch. Mind you, I'm just recently new to Granny Goodness. I found out about Granny Goodness when I watched what was it? Young Justice season 3 Outsiders. Which, if you haven't watched Young Justice and you're a DC fan, please watch Young Justice. If you don't watch it, you're doing yourself a disservice, like complete disservice. All right, I'll stay on here a few more minutes unless we got something else that we want to talk about. Otherwise, I'm gonna call tonight because it is 12:30 my time, and I was thinking about streaming some Final Fantasy VII Remake before I go to bed. So, which will be exclusively on YouTube because unfortunately PlayStation doesn't let me stream to YouTube and Twitch at the same time, which kind of sucks. I wish I could do multiple streaming on that, because I would gladly do multiple streaming, but that's how it's set up. So that's how I got to do it. All right, guys. Yes, it does. This goes on YouTube as well. Scared Shitless is a video exclusive. It goes on my personal Facebook, Hotel Nerd Facebook page, Hotel Nerd Facebook group, YouTube, and Twitch. And everything else content-wise streams on all of those platforms as well. And then I also do audio versions of all of those episodes as well, which can be found on any podcast provider. So, but YouTube is where most of my content ends up going. All right. So this video went a little bit long because I had people that finally were chiming in on one of my videos, which is, I mean, this is the first time in a long time that I've had people chime in on my videos, and I will gladly make videos longer if people want to talk about things, even that are completely off topic. Like this was a Scared Shitless episode, and watched Scary Nuke's top 5 video, and then we just kind of got into a discussion. And I'm glad with doing that. People want to do that. Let's have at it. Let's have a discussion. I am happy to do that. So, as I was saying before, the comments started coming in via Twitch, which, again, thank you guys. I apologize. I do not recognize you guys right off the bat, but thank you, thank you, thank you. It's greatly appreciated. I love interacting with people that watch and listen to my content. It makes me very happy to know that I'm making an impact and people are enjoying what I'm doing. So, looking for co-host, and somebody that can fill in when I'm not available, like the end of March. I'm not going to be available. I'm going to be away with my girlfriend. So, and then obviously the first weekend of April, I ain't going to be doing anything because it's Easter weekend. So, those for 2 weeks, we will be on hiatus, other than pre-recorded content. So, check out the newsletter. For those of you that came here late, I will put that link up here now, so that way you can write it down or type it very, very quickly. because it's a very long link, and I'll put this link down in the comments or in the description below, one or the other, on YouTube, so that way people can check out this newsletter, because I'm going to be doing this, like I said, once a month, and it's just my way of letting you guys know what's coming, when it is coming out, and when I have guests lined up, I will be putting that on there as well. So, and you'll get an email if you sign up for the newsletter. You'll get an email every time I put one out. So, with that, I will call that a night. It was very nice talking to you both that came on here at the end. Funky Boys and What the Schmeck. Thank you very much. Join Facebook. Please join the Facebook group. Join the Facebook page. Hit me up. Look for me. I'm one of the admins. You can't miss me. I'm generally commenting on something within those areas, and definitely get me on Twitter. So, with that, good night. Good luck. Stay warm. Prayers for Texas. God, prayers for Texas. You guys, man, I've been listening, and if there was some way I could help some way, I would, but I can't. So anybody that can, that watches this, please help Texas out, because they need it. They need it bad, very bad. So, again, have a good night, and we'll catch you next week.